the most incomprehensible thing about the universe is why this is in a certain manner comprehensible, and you can comprehend to grasp something about the universe, and not fully about, I don't know, the singularity in black holes. That's a mystery, let's say, and the main things is a mystery, and I see that human beings have some pretentious thinking about, I understand God in a better manner, or I understand God, which you try to create a cult with that, or try to create I don't know, some kind of religions to try to understand God, or even imagine God, which is a totally mystery, let's say. In the I see that that's a very broad topic as well, because the best we can recognize is our ignorance about that, and the even to try to conceptualize God, because sometimes it's not possible. It's a discussion which will have a lot of limitations to. That's why we have many debates, because people has different thoughts about what is God, different definitions to God. Recognize that we that's a mystery, and I don't have any argument for some things about that. And the about the nature of Christ, for example, it's a mystery. We have many mysteries out there, and many times people try to use the Holy Ghost to say that I received some revelation about God, about something else, but in the end, it's not nothing. It's nothing at all. It's just let's say a personal intuition in the. It's not something true. Let's say.
The quote you mentioned is from Einstein, is correct, and that's a great mystery because if we exist in a world too complex, it's very enjoyable to see that we can see some complexity and you can grasp it in a limited, but in some aspects, some uh, sense, not sense, but some uh, behavior of the universe. And about God, that's a good question because some people have intuitions, other have theories, but I prefer to be an apophatic guy. Apophatic because apophatic, I don't know how to pronounce in English, but in Portuguese it's apofático. But apophatic means to say what God is not instead of God is. I prefer to say God is not war. God is not a mountain. God is not a particle. Instead of saying God is something, God is that or anything like that. Because I don't believe we can grasp the universe, imagine the possible creator, because you can compare with the creators, the creator, the creators, or the objects of the universe, and that makes sense. For example, if you compare your body with a particle, a physical particle like proton, of course you are word, you are far greater than the particle. You are a very larger body compared to this tiny particle. But when you compare yourself with the universe, only with the observable universe, that's not the entire universe, you are only a particle and even less. So that makes sense because we are comparing finite things that have a huge measure, but you can measure. But God is beyond that measure. If they existing according to some perspective, they are infinite. Infinity not is a easy concept because it doesn't matter the size or the measure of something compared to infinite. They are nothing because the infinite is a concept, not a measure, a concept that cannot limited by some limitations. So I believe that we need to be humble, not about God, but about the word itself. Some physicians think that we can develop a theory of everything and we can predict what will happen in the future because we can develop and calculator or discover all the theories. But that's a very child way to see the math or the word because, like you say, there are a lot of mystery. When you open a door, you not encounter only a room, but other 1,000 doors. And when you open another door, it's the same. The world is full of mystery and mystery inside mystery and mystery inside mystery. Our endeavor to the knowledge is infinite, in my opinion. We will not reach a level where you know anything about everything because let's make the conclusion that we are infinite. But how the finite can grasp the infinity? That make no sense. But that's of course is very questionable because some people think that instead, of course, we are limited, but we can aggregate knowledge and develop a theory about everything, or can grab a very approximation of reality. But that's another assumption. I have an assumption that that's impossible, and these people have an assumption that is possible. But I think that I'm correct. maybe maybe if humanity don't stop existing in the future, some centuries or millennia ahead, they think that I am correct because they see how change, though our science are changing, yeah, improving our knowledge, even though the precision is higher than the past. The more the precision, the more our perception of our beginners. Like you said, the beginners is not the same as the natural beginners. When you're born, you are beginners by your own nature. You don't know nothing about society, about human behavior, about language, about anything, but you can develop this skill. But they are not the beginners. They're the beginners of a wise person, Socratic beginners, or a Cusianian doctrine. Cusianian because he's from Nicolau de Souza, Nicolau of Cusa, that asserts that our ignorance is different from a doctor ignorantia or doctor ignorance, because when you achieve a certain level, you perceive better what you don't know. In in some aspect, it's very similar to a Socratic view, but it's different in assumptions because the statement that you are not ignorance. You can learn ignorance. That can be a paradox or a contradiction to some people, but I can see that in my real life. When I began to study physics, I thought that some years I can know about anything that most physicians know. But the more I study, the more I know that I don't know. And I confirm that theory and that perception with my own life.